Hi everyone, it's Wendy. I've been absent for a while. I've not really been in the mood for filming, although I have still been crafting. But I have got a couple of collaborations coming up, so I'm trying to get myself back into the filming mode. So I made these a while ago and they were on my list to do a little film of, and so I thought, right, get back into it. So obviously they are little bookmarks with a pen or pencil attachment holder on the side, but I put some strips of paper just as a little notepad, because very often, like I do read on my Kindle a lot now, but when I used to read a paper book, I used to be reading, then I'd be thinking about something and an idea would come into my head and thought, oh, I wish I had a piece of paper with me. So that's why I thought these would be great as well. Or you can keep them in your journal and just slot them in on the edge. Obviously that would have to hang over the edge of the page, and you've got your little bit of extra journaling space here. So I've made quite a few here just with offcuts of paper and card, and obviously if you follow my channel you know that I do have a lot of offcuts of paper because from card inserts, and these are all homemade tassels and dangles that I've made in the past. I do have a few videos out of doing tassels and dangles. That was a gifted one that was sent in some happy mail, I think. Right, so let's get on with it. And it's just a A4 sheet of paper, or card rather. This is probably, I don't know, 280 GSM. It's quite substantial and it is slightly marked there, but that will be covered up anyway, and I've just pulled some strips of paper that I can use. Any papers, it doesn't really matter. So I'm going to cut this into 4. So let's just get my guillotine in, and it is about just under 30 centimeters. So I'm going to cut it into 15 first and then 7.5. So you get 4 out of 1 sheet of card or paper. So that's that. Now I like to round the corners as well, so I'm just going to do that now. Now if you want to ink it you can, or you don't have to. So then I measure this, and then I'm going to cut my card the same. In fact, that doesn't need any cutting off the width, that's fine. And the length of it is about 21. So I'm going to cut that piece down to about 20, just over 20. And again, I'm going to round the corners on that. These were off cuts from some boxes I was making the other day. I give boxes of greetings cards to the charity to use as raffle prizes. So that can just go on there and glue it down. Then I need to find a waste or off-cut piece of card for the pen holder on the side. Get right into the, slide that down and smush the glue down. That's fine. A tissue. Now these papers aren't terribly sort of junk journalish, but these don't have to be used for junk journaling. Obviously you could give these out to your friends as a little gift for Christmas. So what I'm going to do now is find some offcuts of paper out of my little stash at the side. These are all just pieces cut from, again, an A4 sheet of paper, and I used the main piece for a the insert for my card. Now these are the right length, width as well. So again, I'll cut those down to about 20 centimetres, a little bit over. Yeah, that's just about right. Now how many have I got there? There's only, I need to get a few more really, that's not enough. There's 4 there, so let me just pull some more out. There's 1, and different colours as well. They're all, that's a bit too wide, so I'll use those. In fact, we could always put some of the shorter pieces on top as well, which I shall do, because they can always just be ripped off from the staple once you've written on them, used what you need to use them for. So let me just get my stapler here, and I'm just going to staple them down quite near the top, like so. Let me just get something to press those, that stapler down. So that's that done. Now I want to, in fact what I should have done was put a hole there for my tassel to go through, and I've got 2 little circles. Let me just get my crocodile out. See, again, I thought I was all prepared, so I'm just putting a hole there, and I'm going to glue one of these on each side just for a bit more strength, smushing the glue round. That's 1. Just put that glue from my finger on that one. On the other side. Now if you wanted to, we could put an eyelet in there just to give it even more strength. I'm just seeing which ones I've got. There's a flower one there, that will do. Now I suspect that this isn't going to set terribly well, because I know that these aren't the best at setting, this brand of eyelets. I'm just see how it goes. Let's just have a look. Oops, I should have done this before I put the papers on. My mistake. Oops. Well, it's not too bad actually, it's set quite well. So that's there, set, and now I want a tassel, and here's a box of pre-made ones. I think the white one would go quite well with that, and you can put a dangle on as well. Let me just see if I've got some dangles. I will link some videos below of making dangles, and that just needs putting together a little bit more. In fact, that's quite a strong. Some jump rings are a lot stronger than others. Let me just see if I can get that to meet up a little bit better. Oops. That's it. Yeah, because I don't want the cotton or the twine coming through there. Oops. So I'm going to put one piece of the twine through the jump ring. Nothing's going right. In fact, I'll put it through twice. Like so. So you've got a dangle and a tassel, and I'm just going to tie that in a knot. Don't put it too far down because you want to attach this to the bookmark. So what I'm going to do is just feed that through open the twine and then feed that whole lot through just to attach it to the bookmark, like that, just like you would on the top of a tag. So that'll hang off the side. Get rid of that. Okay, now the pen holder, let me just see if I've got some, I want some decent strength of white card, some decent weight. In fact, this one will be quite good. So I'm just going to cut a piece about, what, a centimetre or so. Let's just get one of the others out. That one's coloured card, that one's about 2 centimetres. So I'm just going to cut a strip 1.5 to 2 centimetres. And what I am going to do is pull it on my scissors just to break the fibres in the card. Then it will fold together like so. I'm just going to test it that will fit through. You don't want to get it too tight that your pen won't go through. Then I'm going to glue that. We've got too much on there, so I'm going to cut some off. And I'm going to layer the cut, then it's not too much bulk under your writing paper, like so. See what I mean? So glue that down and glue that piece down as well. And I've got it on the same side as my tassel on this one. So I'm going to put some glue to glue it together first. Just spread that around like so. Then I'm going to glue the whole lot onto the back. Just wipe that excess glue off my finger. Lift my papers up. Again, I should have done this before I put the paper down. And then leave enough to get your pen in, like so. And make sure that sets down nicely and dries nicely. You could always put some tape over there. I just got a piece, some sellotape here, just to secure it even more, like so. You could even, if you don't like that showing, you could even put another piece of card right over the top, like so. But I don't think it really matters once you've got your paper on it. And that is as easy as that. And that can hang off the side of your page or out the side of your journal. If you wanted to, you could decorate all this up with ephemera and stuff. But I'm going to leave this as it is, and I'm going to do those other 4 pieces. But I thought they're a nice addition, and I always do put a pen holder or bookmark in with when I give a journal away to the charities and such. So that's me done with for today, and I shall see you all next week. I think the collaborations start on the 1st of June for both of them, one for Tracy Fox and one for Rach and Bella Crafts. I'm not sure yet what my days are, but watch out on my Facebook page, which is all linked below. And I shall see you all next time. Bye.